Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our first live on Friday night. It is our chat and tea, whatever you want to drink on this Friday night. I'm having mine, and so let's get it in. I'll wait for a few of the family to arrive here to the channel before we dive right into today's topic, which will be the vibration of money and the lack thereof. Hello, Glam Up. Hello, hello. Welcome first to the house. Go on and comment and put two green hearts in there or in a bay leaf. Hey, hey! Hey, Tara. Hey, beloved star. You got them hearts. Throw them up. Throw them up. I wish I could hear y'all voices like we were in a Zoom chat. And we're going to do that because I was talking to some of the Spirit Tribe member today. Hey there. Hey. Hi, Candace. Hi, Credit Lady. What's going on? Hey, everybody. I'm waiting on a few more people to come into the room. Come on in the room. What's hey there, Raven Taylor 25. Hi, Helen L. Good evening or good midday to you. Hey, Kiss, what's going on? Bayleaf, yes. Hey, Candace. Hey, good evening, good evening. I'll wait for a few more people to come in. Did you guys get your notifications? Keep in mind, it scrolls as I talk. Did you get your notification? Hey, oh, thank you. That's my girl. Hey, Lisa. Where have you been? I've been thinking about you. I haven't seen any comments. I'm like, where is Miss Lisa Smith? Thank you, Miss Credit Lady. Thank you, Felinda. Hey, good evening. Hey, Karki2115. Those some good numbers. Hello, hello. Yes, thank you. I'll give a few more because we're going to talk about this thing called vibrations of money because I did take some notes. So I took some notes, when we had our you welcome, Helen. What everybody kind of mentioned the other time I did that quick live. And so I was like, okay, let me tackle this. So that way we can get in. So what I'm going to do, how this is going to flow is that we're going to flow where I'll do a conversation like given the topic, which I gave the topic and what we're all going to talk about. Hey, Muriel Royal. Hey, girl. We going to talk about that, and then you can bring in questions after I lay the format down, okay? So the topic is going to be the vibration of money and the lack thereof, all right? So how do we flow with the vibration of money? Is it a vibration? Is it a she? Is it a he? Well, it's a she. Because she funny like that. She got a vibration. It is a feminine energy, the vibration of money, okay? So I'm going to give it just a couple of more minutes. Just make sure that you chime in and just say hello. Let me know you're there. Click in some green hearts or some Baileys or some red hearts or whatever your favorite angel numbers in. I know we got some tutus. Hold up. It's Virgo season for a few folks that's in here. So throw your Virgo signs up. I know we're in it. We got Venus in play and we've got Virgo season coming in. We got quite a few Virgos. We got the Credit Lady. She's a Virgo. I see the 333s. So we got to give it up to some Virgos. Oh, hello, everybody. Bonsoir. Yes. Bonjour. Yeah, I see those Virgo signs coming in. Yep, 10 10s. I see those numbers. So we've got some Virgos. And some of you guys are on that cusp, of Virgo and Leo. So you're on that tip. So we got plenty of Virgos coming in the house. And we got a lot of things going on with the Virgo energy, which is going to be a different energy. We look forward to that as well. So every season, every month have its own set of flow. All right. Yeah, I am glad too. Yep, we're going to get it in. So I think we're ready. Click the likes too. Hey, Brittany. Hey. You got some friends that's some Virgos? Yeah, they good people. They right all the time, though. You better not argue with them. You bet not. Then they going to make sure that they prove that they right. And the comedy about it, most of the time, 99% of the time, a Virgo, They're right. They're right. They like to be right. They're going to prove their point that they're right. And they're always right. You can't argue with them. But they're cool people and they're always in the right. So click the like buttons. Let us know that we're here. Get that algorithm going here in YouTube. If you don't understand the algorithms, we have to talk about that. But when you're doing certain lives, you're doing videos, the algorithm gets us ranked in here. So other subscribers, part of us, will know we're here, and then new people can come in and hear the message. Yeah, Virgos, they special. We love them. They be on. They're frugal. They're smart. Fussy too about things. Very particular and meticulous. But yep, your my boyfriend's dad's Virgo. Yep, they're very detailed. Very detailed. So they're a cool group of people. Cool group. Cool group. So let's get into this vibration. I think we've got enough family members in here to come on in. I know we got some that's probably en route. So we're going to be here probably a good 40-something minutes, maybe, give or take. So I know everybody got other things to do. I hope you got your drink on for tonight. I'm just drinking some watermelon lemonade. But my husband got other stuff going on. But anyway, it's Friday. He's relaxing a little bit. So I hope you got your drinks and everything that you're going to have tonight too. I got the hearts. I see them. Yep. All right. So let's get it in. Now, the vibration of money. How do we work with the vibration of money, and how do we gain control, or how do we vibrate with money, with those certificates? How do we bring about that increase? Okay. So let me give us some couple of things. There can be a problem with lack with money, or there can be a problem of not understanding the flow of money. Okay. Money is an energy. It is an energy that you have to have good balance with. And yes, money is feminine. It's a feminine energy. I always like to reference my notes because I like to stay on task. All right. So there's things you want to watch out in your vocabulary with the vibration of money. Okay. Now, you don't want to say the word spending. Okay. So vibrations are very important. You don't want to use the word spending. I kind of alluded that to the other day on one of the readings, but remove spending out of your vocabulary. All right. Because you are dismissing money. You're dismissing it. When you say, I got to spend all my money, or I spent my money, that you need to take that word out, spending. Okay. If you keep the word spending, you are eliminating your own money. Okay. Because spending means what? It's not going to come back. It's just spent and you never seen it. You never see it again. So you want to eliminate the word spending or spent. Don't use the words. Be careful about the words that you use against money. One of the words that you want to incorporate instead of the word spending is circulate. Okay? Write that down. You can close caption this so that you can see what I'm saying, or you can also hear this again, because I'm going to give you an affirmation that I'm going to want you to say aloud and read to yourself over and over again to build up the vibe, can bring your vibrations up and keep it high. So you want to bring in the word circulate, not spent, but circulate. So because circulate means what? Circulate means what? It means returning to point of origin. Okay? So when you say circulate, the meaning of circulate means returning to point of origin. That means circulate. So when you say I'm circulating my money, what you do? Returning back to you. Returning point of origin. If I release it, I spend it on my businesses. I spend it on different things. Guess what? That money is circulating back. It's got to come back to you. All right. So you want to always say circulate. That's why you will always have a return. You will always have a return with more money always coming back to you. Okay. So even when you're speaking certain things, when you're saying circulate, when you pay your bills, I'm circulating my money to pay my bills. Now I spent my money on my bills. I'm circulating my money back to my bills. I'm circulating my money to my bills. So that means when I'm paying my bills, because we all have them, as long as you live, you're going to have one. You ain't going to outbeat bills. It just doesn't happen. You're going to have bills till you transition to the other side. Can we agree on that? You got to put something in the comments. It's inevitable you're going to have bills. So what you say, how to apply is going to make the difference. So you want to play, hey, I circulate my money to paying my bills. It's very important. Circulating, okay? Money is very psychic. I don't know if you guys remember me when we first did our bay leaf wish spell about 8 or 9 months ago. I explained what kind of vibration a money energy was, and it's female, and she's very particular. She's very particular. So it's a feminine energy. Money is very, very intuitive. It's very intuitive because it rests inside of you. It's what you say over it. She can hear you. She can hear your vibrations. It's kind of like she is on a psychic end. She pretty much is. So it's a very intuitive vibration. Okay. So she has ears in what you're going to say, how you're going to feel, how you're going to apply her. Okay. And money, when you're saying circulating, but money is very, very sensitive. It's as sensitive as you say it, as you put the vibration on, is very sensitive. So you want to control your thoughts, how you hear about money, what you're saying over your money, how you speak over your money, how you affirm your money. All right, that keeps the vibration. Yes, circulate. I circulated because it's a point of origin. Also, too, one of the things that I'm going to give you some things that we have changed in our. Before I even give you some of the affirmation that I've been using a long time. Now, some of the I'm about to skip over. One of the areas that one of the ladies, one of our spirit members here, posted one of the viewpoints that I collaborate with my information on money is a long-time veteran in the affirmative business is Reverend Ike, which he is the science of living. I've studied that years ago, and I always keep it before me because those principles do apply, even with biblical principles over money. But you have to have a certain vibration over your money. So you have to have a good relationship with it. Lots of times people have not been brought up or raised with the good vibration of money, especially depending on what kind of stress levels you've been under in your money, as far as with your family, what your upbringing was with it. Did you have more or did you have less? Or did you say money don't grow on trees? Some of us heard that growing up. Comment down below if you heard money don't grow on trees. Well, it actually do grow on trees because it's a paper seed note, and that paper is coming from the tree. However, that was a cliche or a saying where it was diminishing your money. It was diminishing the value of money and the value because you are part of the value system of your money. So when those things, wherever way you were brought up culturally, if you were brought up in an arena of maybe people quoted that you were in poverty, or some people were quoted that, hey, you middle class, or your whatever class levels that you were told that you were in growing up. Money is money, whether if it's 1 cent or whether it's 1 million. It's how a way you vibe with it. It's very important because people think if I have this amount of money, all things are going to be good. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. It's what you do with what you have. And love it with all of your passion so that it can trust you and you can trust it so it can circulate. It's not about the money comes before you or, I'm in love with, not that kind of way. But there's a balance with the vibration of money. Enjoy money, love the money, make it a part of you, speak over it. So it's going out and coming in. And what is it? The point of origin. Returning back to you. Circulate. I circulate my money. That's your powerful word of affirming your money. I circulate it. because it's going to just keep vibing. One other thing I want to say too before I get in it, I do want us to get into the habit of feeling our money. Do you actually feel your money when it comes in? Now I'm talking about us from an adult standpoint. When you get paid, try to get in the habit, and and this is a very serious note. If you're not in this habit, and a lot of people aren't, but I'm going to suggest this so you can vibe with your money. Vibe. When you get paid and it goes into account, direct balance into your bank account, I really would like for us to take that money out of your bank account and feel your money so it can be alive and tangible to you. This is a very, very important aspect when you're working for your money, not just putting it in the account and letting the bank control your money and have it say so, its power over your money. But once you get it, take all the money out. I know this is a different principle, but take that money out, feel that money, count it out. Then speak over that money. And then whatever way you do pay your bills, put the money back in the account or put it on a card so that you're back to being in control of the vibration of your money. I'm saying that, I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that. I'm saying that because that's a principle that I learned. I stopped I just pay all my bills through the bank. Right. And then exactly, Phrygia, exactly. You keep putting your money in the bank. And then I'm going to pay all my bills through the ATM. Boom, 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 boom. But you didn't even get to feel what your increase was. You work for it. And then you let everybody take dominion over your money. The car notes, the house note, or the rent note, or the electric bill, whomever you paying. Everybody gain control over your money, but you. So that's a mindset. Right. And lots of times you leaving your money, lots of times people are leaving their money in the accounts, right? And they go in the NSF because they have a mindset that, okay, well, that money gonna be there. So that money gonna hit my account on the 5th, right? They're gonna hit the 5th, and then you on an NSF charge. You didn't gave the bank $35 of your money before you even get it, because you didn't got the mindset that bill gonna get paid. Them bills will be paid, but you need to take authority over your own money and be like, you know what? Let me pull this money out, count my money out, pay that thing. System, I paid this way, I paid that way, and then what I'm getting ready to give you to affirm, you can speak over that money and shift it. You want to shift it. Because then you will see that money start circulating to you. You will have cash flow. Yeah, I learned that. I've always learned the principles over money. But when you growing up and you have to start doing your own bills, from credit to a lot of different things, you learn it through trial and error. I can't come to you and tell you this unless I've had to experience it or go through money trials to understand the feminine energy of who she is, or who she is talking to me about being balanced. So it's up to you. We're here to learn. It is up to you. But I strongly suggest, whether if you make a lot of money, whatever a lot of money is to you, because a lot of money is all money. It doesn't matter what the sense value is. I'm going to come to the affirmation. I'm just looking back at my notes. But it's the mindset to have and to keep a high vibration is being in control of your finances. Always being balanced in how you treat your money. The feminine energy will love you when you can feel her. When you stroke your C notes or your euros, she gonna be like, she loves me. She does. Not BB&T or SunTrust or Bank of America or whatever bank you in. They loving you. Yeah. They're loving your money like, here they go. They sitting there 24/7 at them banks to find out if you going to mess up. Am I right? I I used to have a part-time gig when I was in college and graduate school working at the banks, and I did data entry, and we used to monitor the money that came in. Yeah, we will watch your bank accounts, and that's how they know when it's coming in. We on there going data entry, 10,000 strokes per minute, and we can see how your spending habits are. Okay, and then that's how they can get you. There's nothing wrong with the bank systems, but it is how you are in control of how you spend. You have to be in control of it, not them, not the NSFs and all these different bank cards. The bank cards are good to a degree, but cash flow is cash flow. That's why you see us do next level cash flow bay leaf burnings. Cash is tangible. You want to feel it. You want to touch it. You want to speak over it. Okay. You also too, you want to watch the conditioning or the non-conditioning you have about your money. And that's going back to some of you have made the comments how your parents spoke over money, how they said money. Some of our parents or whomever raised us, grandparents, siblings, aunts, whoever raised you, how they worked with money. Some of our families, we didn't know if we were well off or not. Did you? Comment down below, because they didn't act like money was so high above them. They made do with what they had. And you was like, wow, we were plentiful. And then when you become an adult, you're like, well, maybe we wasn't, but my parents sure was smart about their money. They gave us what we were needed and above. Okay, so that's something that you want to look at. What was you taught about money? Yep, that's right. That's right. It's very important. So that aspect is important. Some of us are here where when we got of a certain age on money, maybe when we got to be of age 18, 19. And the credit lady, she's here. She's wonderful. Hey, girlie. She teaches a lot of principles in this as well. And she would share, along with me sharing, a lot of us got into trouble when we went away to college. And then they gave us a credit card. And we really didn't know the principles of credit. I don't know about y'all, but I'll be honest, I really didn't. And my dad told me when I came home, I was so excited with the American Express card. He was like, you got to pay that back, right? Right? So you got to pay that back. I was like, really? I didn't really understand the principles. Maybe some people did. I will be honest, I didn't. My dad, when I came home from school, he was like, I seen that bill coming in. You don't understand the principles, and that comes into money as well. When you buying certain things, another thing about high vibration, don't bite off more than you can chew. Let's just be real. Some of us are living above our means unnecessarily. Okay. Okay, go out. See you later, Muriel. Sometimes we're living a little bit above our means unnecessarily. Okay. And so that's what shifts a vibration of money as well. Okay. So if you're living right, it's not evil. Of course, you're right. So if you're living above your means, okay. Now, I'm not saying to be like struggle. Some people in some states that you live in, it has a larger range of lifestyle, meaning the rent or the mortgages or whatever are more expensive than some other areas. Okay. But some of us have been living in this pie in the sky mindset that we think that you can live beyond your means and then it's going to catch up. Here's a revolution of that. Here, just give you some a resolve of that. You're not going to catch up. Okay. You're not. I'm sorry. I'm just want to bring that out. And that's a life experience. I'm just already telling you. If you living beyond your means and you don't have any other offset of income or you don't have a side gig or something like that, or a business, something that you already know that can take care of your matters. If you're living outside of your means, I just want to tell you, no matter what age you are, if you're living beyond your means, you will not catch up. No matter how much vibration talk we have, you have to reevaluate your money situation and look at your spending and see where you can bring some things down so that way you are in a high vibration. Because when you are living outside of your means, you start putting yourself in the vibration of lack and need, because you're over here and your money saying this, but you living like this, but that's not your reality. So you have to bring those things back to your reality. Okay? And I'm not saying that to be, like I'm being facetious, but I'm just saying, I just want to tell you that because I know the experience, and I know those experiences of others. What ends up happening, you end up getting severely upside down, and then they coming to get your stuff, put you out and everything else. Why? Because one mishap will have you as underneath. So those are the things you want when you're dealing with the vibration of money. Truly taking a look at your finances. A lot of people do not want to really look at it. Yes, Miss Hollywood. Good evening. Exactly. And I'm saying that it's not fun looking at our finances, is it? Comment down below with the look. It's not. Trust me. It is not fun looking at our finances. Writing our bills down to a T. Yes, Glamour. No, it is not fun looking at that. But it's our reality. Look at, write down to a T exactly what your spendings are. I mean, I'm talking about to the penny. Look at how much you got to use every single month. And then look at what exactly you're bringing in. And also, when I was saying pulling your money out those accounts so you can regulate it, that way you truly regulate how much you're spending out. Because when you break down your budget every month and look at it in detail, you'll be to the T and not running behind the bills. And then you'll be ahead of the bills with that feminine vibration energy. Because now you're running ahead of you, like, yeah, I got this in control. And then my money starts spinning around because I'm now controlling it versus it controlling me. Why? Because people don't want to look at it to the bare bone of the truth. The true factors of the budget. Break that thing down. Break the budget down every single month for the next 3 months. Every month when you have to pay out and take your money out, write your budget. I pay this, I pay that, I pay this, I pay that, to the bare cents. And stop giving away all these fees. That's money you could be saving. Okay? Do that so you can be in what? Control of the finances. And then your feminine vibration, high vibration, will take over. It will take over. Because now you're able to clearly see what's going on. And then you can start investing in other things, and investing in things that you desire. But you have to first take that mindset and take control over the money. And then your vibration will rise because you're no longer chasing behind the bills or the money, chasing the money. The money will start saying, I'm circulating back to you, Lisa Smith. I'm circling back to you, Raven Bullock. I'm circling back to you, Miss Hollywood. I'm circling back. I'm circling back. I'm coming back because it's going circulating. I'm circulating because then you gain in control. Also, too, one of the biggest areas that we have the largest budget area in is, what do you think is our biggest area of expenditure? Give me a guess in the comments. What do you think is the biggest area? Anybody know what's our biggest spending point? Okay, I'll give. Yes, exactly. You know what everybody said? Food. Exactly. Food. Yep. Then we got food. We got our rent. Mortgage. But food is the number one. The number one price, the highest price point in our homes, besides our rent or our mortgages and electric and all that, and mortgages, is our food. So one of the areas you want to look at very detailed is food. Look at your food budget. I'm not kidding you. That's your biggest budget. When you look at, once you hit the mortgage, you're going to see that food budget. Boom. It's one of the highest things. That's an area that you want to really, the mortgage and all that, you want to hit them areas real hard about circulation. Too. Also, too, we're looking at gas. Yep, you got gas. You got one of the highest areas is food. That's the number one. Look at that research at Google. You'll see food is the number one. Food, your rent, your mortgage. And then you're going into your utilities and all those things. And I'll get on that point just a little bit, is that make sure one of the areas is make sure wherever you're renting or your mortgage and everything, one of the things you want to research before you move into that area, you want to research the utilities. That's the number one thing. A lot of people, when they start to find a place where they rent, a place where they mortgage, they don't do the research on how much it costs you to run the home properly. That's the area that most people like, oh, I can pay for that. No, you got to look at everything. And that's going to be your other expenditure. Does it make sense to be in that place where you're at? Because if you can't hold down that, then that means you don't need to be there. And that's just a true factor. A lot of people get into a lot of purchases and a lot of rentals, but mainly mortgages and different things like that. And they don't look at the whole scope, of everything. So they vibrate high. They don't become house poor. All right, that's what it's called, house poor. Because you can't do anything because you really didn't look at the full scope on your utilities, how much it's going to cost you to really live there, travel expenses to and from work, commutes, children, clothes. But the main thing before you can even look at that, you got to look at the household budget. How is it going to run effectively? If you cannot, here's a number one sign. If you can't turn your water on in the mortgage or in the rent, you don't need to be there. If you can't turn the water on, you can't turn on your utilities, then somebody just finagled you out of a lot of money. That's just a side note. And that comes down to you. The next thing you know, right, looking at the big picture, Tyra. So what's going to happen? Hello, my love. I see you. So one of the things that's going to come out is, okay, once they put me in this bind, they didn't bind it you because you didn't sign an agreement. So once you binded yourself in an agreement, then what? Now the vibration of money is going to be struggle because now your viewpoint was like, oh my God, how am I going to pay that? And she's scared too because now you just sent the vibration, a low vibration of how you going to spend. So those are tidbits. Another thing too, before we get into affirmations, is this. I want you to work on breaking the mindset if you had a not great mindset or not great experience with money at any time of your life. If that's even now, to in your past as a child, maybe once if you were once married or you're currently in a relationship and there's not a good flow in your home far as finances, any shape or form, I want you to forgive that area in your life and speak forgiveness over the discord of money, and speak it and release that vibration so that it can get out of your atmosphere. So a nice good calm vibration, that feminine energy of high vibration that can come in. Because if you continually vibrate low and you're in and you still got the mindset and you've had bad experiences, and then you're not able to put yourself at risk to say, hey, I'm going to change this up, then you're going to continuously be in that struggle with the vibration. All right. So it's real important to work on this. Um, let me see what else. You want to also too. You want to get in a love affair with money. You want to love her. Okay. So this is very important. All right. You want to get in a love affair. It's a love thing. Do. Yes, you got to get in a love affair with her. You got to let her know that feminine energy, that vibration. I love you, money. You help me so much. You know, we are in full balance. I flow in the experience. I flow with the vibration of abundance. You know, you have to speak it in absolute love so she understands that you love her. It's a balance there. You're going to trust her, and you're going to also take control and not let yourself be the status quo as you once were. Or if you just want to change some things up, you believing for change. That is very vital. Okay. Before we get into the affirmation, anybody have any question about this? Anybody have any questions or a statement? Sometimes the chat kind of comes up a little slow. Okay. So anybody have any questions? I'll wait, see if it pops up, because sometimes it's slow. Let's see if it's coming up. Sometimes it takes a minute. Oh, there we go. Right. Okay, yeah. Video with a money spell. Yes. It seemed like I made one. I can do one. But it just seemed like, Fraja, that I made one on a money spell. Seemed like I did. But I can definitely do that. I have an item. I don't want to be rude and get up and show you something that I make. That I make about money. It's like a honey. It's a honey that I make. Is green that I make on money that I put on some of my clients' work, ritual work, and I also sell it. But I have to show it to you. Oh, something about speaking about utilities. It kind of flashed up. There it is. I just noticed the place I sent in application for no utilities included. Oh, wow. So it doesn't have an include. Double checking is, yeah. So that's where you got to look at. If it's not included with the application, now you got to kind of get a viewpoint on the area that you're in to see how much the overall spending is for those utilities. So if it's outside of that application, because some applications, when I was renting, I was single and I had my own place and everything. God bless the child that got his own, right? But I was in college and for years. But anyway, making a long story short, my utilities were included at that time. Why is it? Here's a question. Why is it when I make money, I lose it as faster than when I receive it? Okay. Now that's a big question. I'm gonna repeat that back. What one of the tribe members said is, why when I spend money, I lose it just as fast. So when I'm making the money, you said, why is it when I make money fast, I lose it faster? It could be a couple of things that's going on there. That's a good question. There's a good reason why that could be happening when you're making it fast. But it's a little thing called leaky pockets. If you've ever heard of that, it's called leaky pockets. Okay? Now, when you're making money and it's moving faster than you to receive it, it's moving out like that. It's called leaky pockets. It's like your pockets is leaky, empty, like you got holes in your pockets. Now, what that can equate to is a couple of things. There could be an energy that is pulling on your finances. Okay, this is outside of vibration. One, you got to have a higher vibration on your money. Take that money and run with it, and go home with it. But it could be that you have a syndrome called leaky pockets, and lots of times there are different entities that are pulling on your pockets. It's called. You ever heard? Oh, you act like you got your hole. You burn a hole through your pocket when you get money. If you ever heard of that, I'm burning a hole through my pockets. Sometimes it's leaky pockets. You either got some entities pulling on your money. Sometimes your ancestors are pulling on your money because you don't have your family members of your ancestors. Your ancestors, your family tree are in lack on the other side. So sometimes they pull from that energy very quickly before you get it. Okay. Yes, I do believe in the envelope method. I saw that, Raven. Yes, I believe in that. I believe in that. I use that method. Yes. So what you want to do, yes, is so how do you stop the leaky pockets? I see that. Good question. Okay. So how do we stop money blowing out of my pocket fast? One of the things you're going to need to do is get you some ancestor money. Right? That's a whole nother topic we will go into. But what you need to do is get some ancestor money and start burning it. So you can pay off the debts of your ancestors. And then normally within 6 months you will stop having leaky pockets. Okay? Those are our ancestors. They call it, yes, that's right. How can we overcome this? What is the okay, we'll talk. Yes. The ancestor money, I purchased it. I've been using it for years. I purchased it through a couple of people that I get it wholesale. I also sell if you want me to start keeping more, and I can sell it, get it to you guys to sell it to you. But one of the things is you need to start burning ancestor money. Sometimes Amazon has it. It's overpriced. You can get it at any Asian store. They're called Hell Notes. In some cases, it's written on there. But you want to get the colored ones that have the J Emperor in color. You want to get the trillionaire, billionaire level ancestor money. And you want to burn it on a daily basis. And that will stop leaky pockets. Okay? That's one of the ways. Leaky pockets. You're welcome, Emma. You're welcome, Kat. Yep. You're welcome. Yes. Yes, Philando. That's right. You're like, what? Exactly. So you got to get ancestor money. Start burning it. And tell the J Emperor, thank you for receiving this money on the behalf of all of my ancestors, known and unknown, 10 generations back. You got to go 10 generations back, not just your last tribe, two generations ago. You got to go back 10. All right, that's the number. And you got to burn it on an ongoing basis. You'll stop seeing that drainage coming out of you. Usually you'll see it within the six months. Yeah, you'll normally see it within 6 months. Yeah, you do, Candace. Yep, exactly, Raven. You're right. Yep. So get ancestor money. It seems like when I became spiritual money, when I became what? That's what's going on with me. That went by fast. So I'm trying to see when it came back up. Yeah. Once you do the ancestor money, you need the trillions, the big notes. You got to burn it for a good 6 months, and you have to do it consistently. You can't just be like, "Oh, I burned it for 2 days and it stopped." Your ancestors been around for 10 plus and 10 plus generations. It's not gonna stop that fast. You gotta. It's like you building up a cycle to help your ancestors, because lots of times our ancestors, no matter what race you are, there's been some agreements that you don't know about, that you've come down the bloodline, numerous things that has happened in our ancestors. No matter what race you are, it is something that you should do for your family. Okay. So it's very, very important that you add ancestor money. Ancestor altar, that's a whole nother conversation. I know I've been talking to a couple of the spirit family that's here. We've been talking about that. A few of the spirit tribe do it already that's here. They always let me know when we're talking, and then I kind of shape them a little bit on, I just want you to try, do you sell in your shop? I can, Lisa. I could order more and do that. I just don't carry a whole lot of it, because lots of times, my clients, they just do it all the time. I just, they just have it. But I'm just trying to, now that we're on here and this is a topic, now, maybe I should carry more, but I can, I can, Lisa, I can. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, Candace, I haven't did the affirmation yet. Oh, the ancestor money. Oh, okay, I hear what you're saying. You said, I burn this money on the behalf of all of my ancestors, known and unknown, 10 generations back, to the Jade Emperor. Jade Emperor is one of the deities that is in the second and third realm in the heavens, that holds that area of money. Look up the Jade Emperor. He's on the ancestor money. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, sweetheart. You're welcome. Yeah. You're welcome, Raven. Yeah, this is very important. This is very important to apply. And no matter what income level you are, where you are, um, please go on and start. Should you burn it daily? Yes. I would say burn it daily, you know, because you're helping to re helping your ancestors be not in lack on the other side. Okay. Also, too, lots of times, depending on, excuse me, depending on your ancestorhood, some of us are DOSs, descendants of slavery. A good majority of us, no matter what race you are, lots of us, wherever you in America, Canada, Australia, it doesn't matter what race you are, okay? Lots of times we are DOSs. Some of us DOSs, descendants of slavery. Those of us that is in the US, those of us that's everywhere, Australia, Canada, it doesn't matter. Irish, Ireland, because there was a lot of slavery and people being in bondages, or they made agreements. Like sometimes I've had readings where I had some readings from people that were from different cultures, Switzerland, everything, Iceland, and I'm like, okay, some family members made some agreements, and so now you got to fix this. And in some other areas that the ancestor money, it'll break it, break it. Also, too, another thing about leaky pockets, this is another area, is that there's a possibility that there is some other blockages. Okay, sometimes the money go faster than what you receive, like that, because you could have some spiritual blockages that you don't know. Okay, and what that is that it can be some hindrances that's been put in the way. It could be some people that have spoken over your money that puts it where you lose it fast. Those are called spiritual blockages, and sometimes we have to do spell work to remove blockages too. Some you can do a combination. Sometimes it's ancestor ways, sometimes it's blockages, sometimes it's who the people you around that you are with that got blockages, assassination by association. So what I'm saying on that is that if you date someone, if you married to someone, no matter if it's female, male, if same sex, it doesn't matter. Relationship, if they have economical problems, you will start having economical problems. Why? Assassination by associations. You're welcome. Because you are encamped in their spiritual realm, so then it starts stifling your money. Yeah. So sometimes you have to do spirit work to remove blockages. And that's an area where I come in, or you doing it for yourself, removing blockages that have been synced into the ground that causes low vibrations. Like sometimes people can take your wealth and put it in a bottle. Yeah, this is talking about spiritual stuff. Take it in a bottle and buried it in the ground. So then you can't never be wealthy, because they took that spirit of wealth and trapped it in a bottle and then threw it under the ground like a grave and planted it. And then what happens is, when you're doing spiritual work, the angels have to go and retrieve it and find it in the spirit realm. They go in and they start to have to retrieve it to move it. That's where we do blockage removal spell work, because it can be thrown in the grave. Sometimes people speak over your money too. They have canceled you out, and then they took it to the grave with them, meaning they took it and dug it in the graveyard. They took and threw it somewhere in the water, your essence of your money vibrations, and they did something with it, and then it causes you havoc with your money. So that's spiritual blockages, that can happen lots of time. Oh, you're welcome, sweetie. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yes, I think that's what's going on with me, spiritual blockage. Yeah, sometimes it's spiritual blockages. They'll say, sometimes people say, I took your money and I threw it down into the grave. Yeah, they'll take it and bury your money, take your very essence. You allow people in your vibration, and then because they were jealous of you, they took your essence. And this is why it's very important to Safeguard your home spiritually. Do spiritual cleansing. This is why we do the moon rituals all the time. All of this stuff so that you're safeguarding who? You, your family, your loved ones, the people that you love. Because they vibe off of you. If you vibing low, your money is low, these areas is very challenged, then those that love you, they get that vibration too. Or like we say, like I was saying, assassination by association. So if you with people who you married to, people around you, if they vibe real low and they family has a lot of lack in it, and you made an agreement with these people, guess what? You're gonna have the experience. Even after you say you divorced them, you still have to break the blockage off. You have to break it. You have to cancel it out. Because you'll be like, why do I always feel like I'm chasing? It's because you it's set on you. And that's why we're talking about the vibration. You got to bring it up, up, up. But you got to do some checks and balances too. I seen a couple of things come up. I know we're here for a good little bit. I'm sorry. Because you guys got questions. I think, is this kind of helping clarifying some things up a little bit? If you have some other questions before I get into the affirmation that I want each of us to say, and you want to write this down and close caption it so that way you will have it. Yeah, Jasper. I will, Al. You said something. Is there a certain amount? How do you break? There it is. Well, how can we break it? First, you got to find out, is it that? We're going to do more. You got to find out if you feel that is that, Jessica, the goddess. And I know you're very intuitive. I want you to sit down tonight and roll that over and do some checks. And all of us, look at if there are blockages. Do some pros and cons. A couple of things. Do I have leaky pockets? Am I always chasing my money versus my money coming to me? You know, what else? Is it those are a couple of things. Am I always chasing money? Is my money feel like I got holes in my pockets? Or do I got a hole in my wallet and my purse? Is there jealous people around me? Are there other people watching how I spend my money? Is there anybody that's saying, you ain't gonna never have no money, you ain't gonna never have no money? They're speaking to tell you, you ain't gonna never have no money, you ain't gonna never have no money. Guess what? You ain't gonna never have no money. Right. Other things too. On your job. When you on your job, how do you respond to your money? Meaning that when you looking at your money as far as your work environment, are you looking at your money in a spirit of lack? What I'm saying is, when you get your money at work, whatever money you work, your mindset, are you saying, oh, I ain't gonna never have enough money? Well, you're not gonna have enough money because of what you just said. So your words is gonna make a difference too, because you are your own power. You shape your world or you break your world. And that's where you have me too. We come into the point of how we believe over ourselves. And because you can't get this information at school. School not teaching you how to affirm yourself and believe in yourself. It's not teaching you how to be a practitioner that all of you guys are practitioners. So you're shaping your world. So you got to look at your viewpoint. Other things too. Lots of times if it is a blockage, I would say schedule a diagnostics reading with me. I'm not saying that just to be trying to promote a reading. I'm telling you that because when we do a diagnostic reading, then we can lay the things out and the divine can answer us and say, hey, this is what's really going on. And then you could say, hey, okay, I need to do some ritual work to break this, to remove these things out the way, these blockages, if someone asks the question is, I can only save a certain amount a month, then what you need to do, if you only can save a certain amount a month, then that means you need to start doing what? Circulating. So make sure you always have your hand open. Your hands open. When I'm saying that, you need to start investing. If you only can save a certain amount, then you need to be operating in the law of giving. Okay? So some of us don't give. We'll give advice. Well, I'm saying that they ain't giving you no money, but they gonna give you some lip service. All right. So I'm being funny, but I'm being truthful. So what I'm saying is that people can give advice. I'm not saying that about you. Some people can give advice, but they're not exchanging their money. So if your money is like you can only save a certain amount per month, that means you need to take some of that money and invest it into something. That means give it to a service that you know that is really doing something really great for someone, and then you'll start seeing increase come back to you. Your savings will start increasing because now you're turning over your money and circulating it into a good environment and good soil to help build. Yes, to charity. To a charity that you're led to give to, whether if it's in a health area, or children's, whatever your passion is, then circulate that money, whatever your that amount is that you feel that you would like to give to that charity, and then you start seeing your money start increasing as far as your savings. It start clicking. You'll start seeing it go click 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 click. Because I'm a big thing on giving uh giving donations to things. Yeah, you can do a GoFundMe to someone. Even if it's a family member that has which yes, you're helping me someone. Oh, you're welcome, Miss Hollywood. Yeah, you got. Yeah, you're right. You had a feeling to do that, King Hayes. Yep. So you got to do that. Once you see that money kind of being set, like, okay, I'm only being able to save this much. I'm only able to bring in this much. It could be whatever your heart is saying to give in charity. It don't have to be, you know what I'm alluding to. I think some of y'all know what I'm alluding to. I ain't going to say it, but there's a certain amount that some people been taught, and that's not accurate, but we ain't going to go there. But you're right, King Hayes. But whatever your heart says to give it to a charity that you know that is of good value, and then you'll start seeing your money circulate. Yeah, I'm a big advocate for that. A lot of my clients, they know that when they have businesses, things that they're doing, whether if I actually need that service exactly or not, I always give to it. I always give whatever you got. I'll be like, oh, okay, boom. If you did business with me somehow, financially, I always turn over money into their business because that means we're bargaining with each other, which we should be doing, to build other people's businesses, small businesses up. Okay, so and that's how you get in the vibration of entrepreneurship too. Because a lot of you that's here are entrepreneurs. You just not. Some of you are operating in it. Some of you are not quite operating in it yet because you're not trusting in it. And I'm telling you to go forward and trust in it. You need to move on that before 2020. This is very important to move on your business ideas that are all here. Because all of y'all are entrepreneurs that are here. So you got to move on that before next year. You have any other questions before I get into the affirmation that we're going to be using? Anybody? I have a couple of books too, that I have to list for you guys so you can, that I kind of use. I don't do a lot of recommendation. Also, paying tithing's good. It depends on. That's a whole nother topic on tithes. It depends on your aspect of that. It depends on your viewpoint of that. If you feel like tithing is a whole nother topic. It's a whole nother topic. It just depends on your viewpoint on that. I have a different viewpoint on that. Because tithing and donating are they're two different discussions. Tithing is a different discussion over giving. Tithing is doing a mandate, whereas giving is just giving. So they're two different definitions from my point of view. But I think just give. And then let your heart speak to you on the amount, whomever you should give it to. And then you'll be like, okay, I'm flowing in the freedom of cash flow. Yeah. Why before WPWP? What's I don't you got me on that. What's WPWP? Acronyms. I don't know the acronyms you got there. You gotta write that one out for me. If somebody else know what WPWP before he's able to say something, get it up before me, chat. Let me know. I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know. But with your wait a minute. Y'all laughing. I don't know what that means. I don't know. But yeah, make sure that you're doing the donations. I'm trying. Anybody else have any other questions before we do that? Anybody else have anything? I'm gonna wait. Oh, hey there, Letitia. Well, she's asking any tips on how we figure out. Oh, okay. So you missed that point. What I was saying was that I want you to do some pros and cons. Okay, so you got to have your pro list and your con list. You know how we do and draw that line in the middle. And then you want to ask yourself a couple of questions. Am I around people that are jealous of me? Do I have any past family members that owe money anywhere? Um, am I in lack in some areas where I believe? And then you want to also write, do you think anyone has spoken anything over my money? And let me tell you, I'm going to stay here long, but I'm going to show you how you get the answer to that too. It's called, I'm drawing a blank, you guys, because I've been there a long time. I can't even think of the name of it. It's okay. I'm just going to tell you how to do it. I can't even think of the accurate word for it. But okay, so to get the answer, when you answering a question like that spiritually, you want to write to get that answer back. You want to write with your less dominant hand. So let's say you're left-handed. Okay, I'm left-handed. If that's your dominant hand, you want to use your right hand to get the answer to write back to answer that question for you. So let's give an example. Let's say, did anyone speak over me, over my money? Did someone speak to have me to have lack? Okay. Use your less dominant hand. So what's going to happen is that the spirit from within, and it's called the child from within. That's what we call it in psychology. When we did psychology work, we're writing with your less dominant hand. That's the answer I want to give you. So it's your child from within. So when you're writing with the less less dominant hand, it will give you the answer. So when you ask that question, is this going on with me? Is that going on with me? Write with this hand. It's going to look a little scribbly, right? But it's going to give you the answer. It's going to say boom. And then you write with that less dominant hand and you're going to get the answer yes or no. That's your childlike within and the spirit within that's going to give you the answer if you don't do diagnostic reading. If you intuit enough in yourself to hear yourself, writing with the less dominant hand, it will give you the answer to that question. Okay? Unless you do readings for yourself. Okay? So you want to make sure that you do that. All right? So use your less dominant hand. Less dominant hand. So you want to do that. That's a way to get the answers. So let me move on because we've been here about an hour. And let me give you the answer here. All right? So this is the affirmation. So you want to hear this affirmation. You want to close caption it and write it down. Okay? So here's the affirmation that I use all the time over money. And now I'm pretty used to it. It's just by nature. You can put this in your wallet, put it in your purse, put it where your checkbook is, put it where your credit cards is. Most definitely put it in your cash notes. So when you're spending money, you can say this over that. Okay? And it says, right here and right now, I cleanse my speech about money. I'll never again use the word spending money. From this moment on, I will not spend money. I will circulate my money, the money I pay my bills with. I circulate it. Whatever I do with it, money, I circulate it. Okay? And it returns to me multiplied at a never-ending cycle. of increase and enjoyment. Thank you, the creator, the source, and the divine. So that's the affirmation you want to use. Now, what you want to do in order to get that affirmation again, click the closed caption on this when this video is over, and you can go down to the minutes and you can hear it and write it down, or go on and email me at eclipticspiritualist@gmail.com. And if you email me, I'll put it in writing in your email, okay, so that you will have that. All right. So if you want that particular affirmation and you're not able to close caption it on the video, I will go on ahead and write it out in your email, okay? So I got to get going. It's been an hour and 5 minutes, and I don't want to hold you guys too long because it's like 8:35 Eastern Standard Time and whatever time it is in your area, okay? So I love you for watching today. If you have any other questions, you know you guys can always email me on that. I have no problem with emailing me, okay? So I love each and every one of you. Have a great and wonderful, magical Friday night, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.